Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are as excited as I am for this build that I have for you guys today. So this is one of the builds that I've built and I made a poll on which one you would like to see first. It was between this one and Bella Swan's house from the movie Twilight. Obviously, being from the movie Twilight, which is a pretty famous movie, that one won. So that video went up yesterday and I will link it in the description and put an annotation on the screen right now if I remember to do that. But this house for me was a labor of love, if you want to call that. I love building Victorian houses nowadays. I never used to love building them a year ago or something like that. If you go check my YouTube channel, in my oldest videos, you will see that I've built a lot of modern houses, but not a lot of traditional Victorian houses. But nowadays I love building them and I had so much fun with this one. So this is based on a true house that I found on Google. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. I picked up the same idea with the balconies and the balustrades and everything like that, and I really like it. I think that in the end it came out pretty perfect to what I had in my mind. One thing I did struggle a lot was with the color scheme of the house on the outside. I don't know if I cut that footage out or if I left it in, but I tried so many different patterns and wallpapers and everything until I decided to go with blue outside in the whole house, so every wall is the same color. I struggled a lot. I put bricks, I put stone, I put so many different wallpapers on it and it wasn't looking like I wanted it to. Now this world is the base game world, I think, is it? Yes, I think it is. And the lighting here is a bit strange. The blues look very muted. They don't really stand out as much, so I had to include a lot of color in the landscaping and I had to use a lot of white to make it contrast with the blue. But I think that in the end it came with a good result. So this house has potentially 6 bedrooms. Yeah, I think it's 6 bedrooms. I'm sorry, I've built this a few days ago and I don't really recall a lot about the house, so I'm watching it along as you are. So the top of the house, the loft area, is all of it is the master bedroom. It is huge. It's a huge master bedroom. It has maybe 3 or 4 walk-in closets, which I liked. I like to think that people that would live here would be quite affluent and have, you know, had a few dollars, so they would need a lot of storage for all of their clothes. The bedroom is huge. It has a fireplace, but I didn't want to put a lot of stuff in the room. I wanted to keep it neat and simple and still classy, you know, not cluttered at all. Now the bathroom is huge. I don't think I have ever built a bathroom that is so large. It even has its own fireplace and everything. It has a bath, which is pretty awesome. It's just standing in the middle of the room. It has a private toilet, so, you know, because you come in the master bedroom, it only has an archway, so it doesn't offer a lot of privacy. So I decided to put the toilet in a room where you can actually shut the door and not someone coming in and see you on the toilet, which is not very nice. Downstairs, I've built this house with some Sims in mind. I thought of a child that was quite of a prodigy in terms of painting, so I included a art room downstairs that has a door connecting to a girl's maybe late teens or early or young adult bedroom. Obviously you can change all of this You can take all of the easels and stuff out and make an extra bedroom there. There's also a baby boys or baby girls nursery as well, which I love building nurseries, so I decided to include one in this house as well. And there is another double bedroom, which I didn't detail too much, thinking that it could be a nice a room for guests. When they come over to your house, that's a nice guest room there. It has a nice area. It isn't like luxurious like the master suite, but it has good areas and everything like that. So this house has a lot of porches and balconies and stuff like that. I didn't detail all of it. The landscaping is very, very basic, very simple as well. I wanted a very low maintenance garden, and not because the house in itself is already a very big statement. I didn't want to overdo it and make it look like, you know, very unrealistic. So I went with very basic landscaping. At the back of the house, you have a, it doesn't have a pool, does it? No, it doesn't have a pool, but if you want to include a pool, there's enough space to do that. Outside, there's a grill, and there's just a few tables and chairs, a few seating spaces, and that is basically what I've done. Now, the best part of this house is that it has its own butler's quarters. So in the basement, I constructed some quarters for your butlers. I included 2 single beds, so you could have a butler and a living maid. Obviously, you don't have living maids in The Sims, but, you know, for the sake of realism, I included that as well. Now, I did make a a light box. That's the thing, the light box, so that in the basement they do have natural lighting as well. And it's just a very simple studio apartment in the basement. You have a bedroom which have some separation, but it's not fully closed in, otherwise you wouldn't be able to get any natural lighting in the room as well. And I really appreciate natural lighting. I think the houses that don't have a lot of windows, for me, is extremely depressive, so I did leave it open so you can enjoy all of that. There is not a stove, but there's a fridge and a microwave, so your butlers, you know, in the middle of the night, they can go and have a snack. They have their own bathroom as well. They do have 2 staircases, so you can go to the butler's quarters through the outside of the house or through inside of the house. So that is quite of nice, I think, to have a bit of, you know, a bit of a choice there. Yeah, I think that's it. There's not a lot much more I can say about this house other than I really like it, and I hope that you really like it too. Now, in terms of color schemes, because the house on the outside is very light and bright, I wanted to bring that inside as well. I didn't want to go with the stereotypical Victorian dark woods and dark wall panels. I wanted to go with something nice, soft and feminine, so that's what I went for. This is the office space, which, by the way, is my favorite room in the house. I don't know why, but it just looks very cozy. At the end, when you see the screenshots, you will see that I lighted up every fireplace in the house, so it looks very cozy, and I love that space, to be honest. It seems like a very good productive room, you know, where you can work and be comfy at the same time. Throughout the rest of the house, you see the same color color scheme carries along, so there's the same beige walls, carpeted floors. When the floor is not carpeted, it is wood, and it's white wood. It's Portuguese, we say it's parquet flooring. It's when like it's like bricks made of wood. I don't know how to explain that in English, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. So this here is the outside entrance to the Butler's quarters. That is the light room. So as you can see, they do get natural lighting in as well. I thought I should include that. For me, that is very, very important to have that. It is not big, their space, but they don't really need a big space, I guess. There is a small sitting room, a small kitchen with a table and 2 chairs, and then the bedroom, which is just separated with some curtains, just if they wanted to close them, you know, at night to go ahead and sleep. Obviously in The Sims you cannot do that, but I thought I included that as well. I thought it was a nice touch. As you can see, same color scheme. I like to be very, very realistic, not realistic, very true to the color scheme. I don't like to change it a lot. You will only see the girl's bedroom is very purple, and like I said, I thought of her being artistic, so I put a lot of paintings on the walls, a lot of wacky colors, and I think that in the end it worked out pretty well. The nursery, it's pretty neutral. It's pretty gender neutral. I mean, you can put in boys or girls. It's the same. I did make a kind of a changing table for babies. Obviously, that's not usable, but I think that it adds something else to the room. There's a bookcase, like telling stories for babies before bed. Oh, my painting just fell off the wall by itself. Okay, nice. Now this is the longest video I have done in quite some time. It is, I think that in the end it came up with 26 minutes, which for me is quite a lot. I tried to cut out a lot of footage from most of my houses, but this house, I thought it was very important to show the decoration aspect, because for me there's 2 kind of builds. There's the one that is very the building is very intricate and it's very different, so you want to show more of the building, and then the decoration is, you know, it's okay, but it's nothing really special about it. In this house it was the exact opposite. The building is a very simple building. There's not too much fuss about it, but the decoration is what makes this house, I think. So you do have a separate dining room as well. I just thought I might add that. You have a separate dining room as well that is connected to the kitchen. Victorian houses, typically they all have separate rooms that don't really have open plans. That is mainly in modern houses. Victorian houses mainly have it like this, with French doors separating spaces, and I went with that. So on the downstairs area you have the dining room, the lounge. You have a bathroom that comes out of the lounge. You have the office and the kitchen, and then first floor you have the guest bedroom, the nursery, a bathroom, the art room and the girls room, and then upstairs is the master suite, and obviously in the basement you have the butler's room. Yeah. Now I just want to thank all of you guys that have been so excited and that have been watching my previous builds a lot. We had almost 200 views under 24 hours, which for me it's quite a lot. I know that for big YouTubers that's nothing, but for me that is a lot. So I want to thank you very much for being so supportive and for loving the build and liking it, and all the new subscribers. I mean, come on, thank you very much. If you are here for 1 day or 1 week or 1 year, thank you. You are all very appreciated, and I hope you have fun here. This house, obviously, and all the houses that I post on the gallery, they are always all available for download, and Maya add, they're all CC free. I don't own CC, I don't use CC, so it's all CC free. and they're all available in the gallery. My gallery ID is Sims Designs YT. There's no spaces, and obviously the YT at the end stands for YouTube. I have over 16,000 downloads at this point, which is very, very nice. And this house, funnily enough, it doesn't have a lot of downloads. No, this house it has, but Bella Swan's doesn't. This house has about 100 downloads already, which is very nice. It's just funny for me to see how things vary from the YouTube to my gallery. Some of my most popular videos that have the most thumbs up, you go see the gallery and the houses aren't even that popular. And then you have the opposite, videos that have like 60 views, and then you go to the gallery and they have like 200 downloads. So it's pretty funny to see that. I just thought I might add that because I have been rambling for maybe 15 minutes now, and the video is not over yet, so I'm just thinking what I should say by now, which is not really nice. So as always, I included a lot of screenshots at the end of this video, in all angles, in all forms, in every angle possible, so you can see exactly the layout of the house. You see if this is appropriate for your Sims. I like to think that someone watching a Sims video where you could potentially download the house is like in real life when you are looking at houses to buy. You need to see it first and then download it. Now I don't play a lot anymore, but before I played, I sometimes downloaded houses on the gallery. Obviously you cannot choose the photos on the gallery, and I thought, oh, this is nice, and then I put it in my game and I didn't like it. Sometimes the floor plan didn't make sense, or the decoration I didn't like it. So I like to show you everything so you will know for sure that you like this house. Yeah, so I include a lot of screenshots of this house, also from bird's eye view, so you can see the floor plan of this house. Some houses have a very wacky floor plan. Victorian houses, they tend to have very long, creepy corridors. I hate corridors, to be honest. I am the kind of person that if I walk in a corridor, I keep looking behind me because, you know, ghosts. I'm 37, but I still think of ghosts when I walk in corridors, which is funny enough. This house doesn't have corridors. It has one, but it's not really a creepy one, so that's fine. Yeah, I don't know why I came up with that, but you know, there it is. So if you do want to download this house, don't forget that there is a link in the description box below. You can just press that link. It will take you directly to my origin page where you can add it to your favorites and download it in your game. Otherwise, you can always go to the gallery itself and search for me. It's either hashtag Sims Designs or my gallery ID, which is Sims Designs YT. No spaces, and as I said 5 minutes ago, the YT stands for YouTube. I will also try and remember to link Bella Swan's house, so you can go ahead and check that as well. So there might be a link in the description box below for that as well, and an annotation on your screen. If I forget to do it, you can always go to my YouTube channel and look for it, and on my gallery as well. I hope you had fun. I had fun, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!